That's not what I meant to do. Yes, I know you're right there. What was that sound? That was the sound of a machine on your hand. You made the sound of a machine. What we're talking into is a machine. What we're watching the Schmoedown on today is a machine. And what we're recording our Schmoedown reaction on is a machine. All of this is a machine. We trust all of it to work well, do we not? To perform at the peak of its ability. Just like we trust Jeannine the Machine to perform at the peak of her ability. Because she's a machine. Although Reilly's great too, so let's not show favoritism here. What's going on, guys? We're the Cinefanatics. My name's Chris Adams.
My name is Confused, but that's okay. This works. I'm Robert Adams.
Yes, we're back with another Schmoedown reaction. It's the singles division once again. We have Mark Reilly versus somebody.
Jeannine the Machine.
Oh, that's right.
So, now we're seeing, outside of the live show, this is the first time we're seeing someone from the Finstock Exchange performing.
Yeah.
And going up against, again, first time since the live event, someone from Usual Suspects.
Yeah.
So, this is going to be kind of interesting because Reilly is a veteran of this competition. He knows what he's doing. He knows how to play the game. He's one of those that knows everything. He's
first champion.
Yeah, he's, for all intents and purposes, he's one of the ones that should be on that Mount Schmoemore or whatever it's called.
He's got an entire award named after him.
Yeah, the Yodi Award, yeah. And then we've also got Jeannine.
Who's a machine.
We've covered that.
Okay, got it.
Jeannine is one of those that come the end of last season, we were saying going into this season that she's going to be one of the ones that is going to be going heavily for a belt.
Right.
She's got the ability to be championship material this season.
She's going to be, I believe she's going to be a contender for Comeback Player of the Year.
Yeah.
Just based on seasons past and then how vastly improved her season's going to be this year compared to those seasons past. Jeannine is definitely somebody who actually can, go the distance here.
Mm-hmm.
There is a chance that she could beat Mark Reilly here. A pretty good chance.
I mean, if you look back, last season, Jeannine's former partner or faction mate, Stacy, beat Mark Reilly.
Yeah.
An upset. As one of the biggest upsets in the Schmoedown history.
I don't know about that, but okay.
Granted, I would still probably say like Dan Murrell versus Andrew Guy. In fact, we should probably Schmoebait about that. Oh no, someone else already did that. Never mind.
Biggest upset of one of the biggest upsets of last year.
Yes.
Yeah, there we go. That's true. In the same vein, though.
Did you like that call to action throw I just did?
Oh, that's who you were talking about.
Yeah, they Schmoebaited that.
Let's not say that word anymore.
I'm baiting.
Okay.
Brad Gilmore.
I'm baiting. Yeah. So back on track. We got Jeannine, who, she's been with Jay as her manager up until this season. Hasn't won the title yet. Has won a few matches, but hasn't had that record she's been wanting.
She was a part of that match where it was that managers match where the managers got to pick the people who are playing for them.
Representing them, yeah.
And she came down to the end with Drew McWeeny, just edging her out.
And that's not a big that's a big deal.
Yeah. If Drew McWeeny is just barely edging you out, you're a pretty heavy contender right there.
Yeah.
So
that's something to be said for her. Now she's under new management, under the Usual Suspects with Sam Levine,
who's been a singles champion, who's been a team champion,
is a veteran of the game, knows how to play it and play it well. Yeah, this is I said this before. This is one of the most solid combos coming out of the draft that we've seen.
Mm-hmm.
Sam and Jeannine are going to do something magical together. Now, I'm not saying that in terms of they're a team. Oh, Sam's playing again, but him managing her is going to be one of the great stories I think going into this season from the draft.
Yeah. And then going back on to Reilly real quick. I mean, he was safe in the draft.
Thanks to Ben.
He's still partnered with Ben. They're a part of the...
They're top 5 ranked team also.
Yeah, part of the Finstock exchange in whatever form it may be at this present time.
And whatever form it's going to be in the near future.
Yeah, possibly. Who knows? But as of the time of this shooting, there was no, implosion potentially happening.
Not yet. We'll see once this video gets uploaded.
Yeah, so...
Land is still around the corner.
Yeah. So, it's still a very strong team, very strong faction. And a lot of the people, especially in the Horsemen, again, know what they're doing. They know how to study. They know how to practice. They know how to win matches.
And then coming out of his match with Stacy in the tournament last year, Reilly wants it.
Yeah.
Reilly's upset that he lost in the tournament. He wants it. So you got somebody who's hungry for it versus somebody who's hungry for it and has had it before versus somebody who's hungry for it and hasn't had it yet.
Yeah.
It's going to be a fun match.
Yes, it is.
So who do we got?
Oh.
I'm putting my bets on Jeannine this time. It's a hard decision. They're both good, but I'm putting my bets on Jeannine this time.
And I know we've said that Jeannine is going to be a powerhouse this season. We said Jeannine and Silverstreeny are going to be powerhouses this season.
You going to go opposite me, or are you going to stick to your guns?
Don't
be a flip-flopper.
I might have to still stick with Jeannine on this.
Don't be a flip-flopper.
Sorry, Reilly. Reilly's really good, and I'm not surprised if Reilly takes it, but...
No, he's a strong competitor.
But I think it's time to see the rise of the machine.
Yes! I am proud of you. Terrible movie, but I'm proud of you. Let's get into this.
Could have sung a Pink Floyd song, but I didn't. I could have, but I didn't.
Nope, you have one more song left.
Oh, come on. Yes.
How you doing?
I'm well.
Good, good. I actually wanted to talk to you about something. I've been thinking a lot about this whole plan to kind of bury Dewberry. You've been bullying him and making him feel bad about breaking up the wild berries, acting like you're just a better competitor than him. I don't think we should do it.
Really?
Of course, we're gonna go with this plan. I mean, I came up with it. But here's what I need you to do. I need you to be meaner. I need you to go harder on him. I need you to make him cry, make him sad, destroy him from the inside out. Because I'm gonna be over here playing good cop while you're over there playing bad cop. While I'm up there saying, oh, you know, it's fine, we're on the same team. We both know better. No, we're not. Can you do that for me?
It's not going to be difficult. I don't like him.
Great. Come on.
Is he still playing with the lament configuration?
I think so.
What was that?
So
That was some great camera work right there. That was Jonathan Demme, who does the first person point of view, like in Silence of the Lambs.
Yeah.
That kind of a shot, fantastic in that.
Hello, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome
Love
back
it.
to the
Yeah.
movie.
Hey, it's Emma.
Emma.
I am merely Mark Baby Carrots-Ellis.
Representing the San Antonio Spurs there, I see.
Hashtag Texas forever.
Between Mark, Yodi, Reilly, and Jeannine the Machine. Emma Fife is joining
Now,
me on the
who the San Antonio
announcing
Spurs are?
Thank
No
you
clue.
so much. It's really
they're from
great
San Antonio.
To be here. I don't.
Oh, yeah.
You
No, I know
sometimes when you
geography.
Tape
Yeah.
things like a television show.
I don't know
they
things
air in
like
weird order, so I don't know if this is the
sports.
first time that you all are seeing me, but this is the first match
It's
I'm calling
lacrosse.
this year. So well,
Yeah,
let's
so
see
that's
if
sports.
I actually
Yeah.
remember how this game is played. But
Well, then I can ask you, how was your winter break? What have you been doing?
it was really great. I spent a lot of time walking around a theme park, as one does when they are employed in tourism during the holidays.
A lot of Quidditch for this one. And on that note, I still have your Gryffindor robe, but it is
do.
at the dry cleaners, and it is coming back to you momentarily. As we get into this match here, Schmoedown 2020, we knew it was going to be all different. It was going to be all new. It's called the New Era. Factions, such an important part. Managers, such a crucial part of the game now. With Jeannine the Machine, she's represented by Sam Levine and the usual suspects, and going up against Mark Reilly. And he's part of the Finstock Exchange, and they seem to be on a hot highway train that is just cruising through the Schmoedown right
It's
now.
true. I mean, you know, the Finstock Exchange, formerly
It's a
the
train that's
Horsemen,
on fire
that
for
was
sure.
So strong last year, kicked off this year super strong.
Remember
with
at the end
Dan
of Back
Murrell
to the
winning in that
Future
three-way
3,
number one contender
the train
match. So
that
there is definitely a level
You
of
saying that they're gonna
are
time
they
travel?
Unstoppable. However, you look at Mark
No?
Reilly, who's
No.
the
Okay.
boss, is performing
No.
extremely well. Mark Reilly had a little bit of a rough end to last
No,
year. He
falling
got
into a
eliminated in the
gorge?
first round of the singles tournament.
That makes
So
more sense.
He actually
Maybe.
really has quite a lot to prove, I think, going into this match.
That's right. I mean, there's a reason why we call it the Yodi Award. Mark Reilly, an all-time legend of the game, its first great competitor, but he's 10-7 lifetime, and you stack that up against Jeannine The Machine, who's not competed nearly as much as Mark Reilly has. Barely anybody has. She is 3-5, and she finds herself in a position right now. If she gets a win over a legend like Mark Reilly, over a faction like the Finstock Exchange, that could pay huge dividends both for her career and this season, and then also for the usual suspects.
Absolutely. Jeannine is one of those competitors who I think everyone is waiting for her to really come into her own. And as you say, if
Apparently
she
I'm
beats Reilly
dehydrated
today,
tonight.
that could really solidify her place as one of the greatest up-and-coming competitors
I got
in
nothing.
the Schmoedown League. And it'll
Oh,
be interesting
good
to
banner.
see how she performs today
Yeah.
as well, considering that in her entire career in the Schmoedown, Jeannine has always been represented by Jay Washington as a manager. And this is the first time that she's going to be stepping out with Sam Levine instead. So it'll be interesting to
I'm
see
really looking forward
what
to this,
that
actually.
kind of mentorship and leadership does for Jeannine as a competitor.
That's a great point. For Mark Reilly, it's the same old crew. It's just the scrubbing of the name
It's
off
true.
and putting another name on. But for Jeannine, it's a totally different maybe style of play. But once they get underneath the white-hot spotlight, it's one-on-one. Both of them know how to get a W in this league. And they're two people that I really enjoy. So let's see what they had to say pre-match.
Here we go.
You idiots. You have all made a dreadful mistake and allowed me to snatch out from the rest of you Jeannine the Machine!
I mean,
Jeannine's been somebody who I've had my eye on this entire season.
It is a crime. It is a crime. Their idiocy, their crime is the usual suspects' blessing.
The Finstock 5, whatever they're calling themselves. I mean, Reilly does deserve some respect, but I mean, I gotta put him down today.
New year. New Reilly.
barbarian.
Guy, McQueenie, we got Bateman and Reilly walking off here.
I'm pissed. What can I say? I don't like this. I don't like losing. If anybody wants to check stats here, Merle, Bateman, Reilly, Roca, or should I say Roca, Merle, Bateman, Reilly. Every one of those guys has held a belt before. Some numerous times. Yeah. We're the best faction that ever was created. And that ever will be created. And the new Mark Reilly is coming for that belt again.
He deserved respect a few years ago, maybe, but the Reilly you're playing today, this guy's a has-been.
I mean, I was being kind.
No, I'm not going to be kind because I'm your manager. I mean, look, it's just the way it is. Reilly, you're done. Andrew Guy represented the suspects in New York, took down Robert Meyer Burnett, and you are going to be representing the suspects today. How are you feeling?
I'm feeling pretty good. I'm gonna take down another champ for our faction. So, I mean, let's do it. Let's do the damn thing.
There is no one whose corner I would rather be in, cheering on, watching, kick all the ass than you, Jeannine the Machine. Season 7, the new era, belongs to you.
Jeannine the Machine is one of the top tier players out there, but she's beatable, and I got something to prove. That's right, I do. You're gonna be in for something new, something exciting. Reilly's coming in hot.
Well, this is going to be a ton of fun. He's got nothing.
I think someone's going to win.
I'm
Good
getting
banter.
A lot of rebirth confidence. I'm getting a lot of, hey, it's 2020. It's a brand new season. We can do anything. It's all possible in 2020.
Yeah, I think on the part of both of these competitors, this is going to be a great matchup today, one way or another. And to see both of them coming at it with such sort of renewed vigor for what they're going to be able to bring to the Schmoedown this season and how they're going to continue to climb up through the ranks and be the stars that we know they're meant to be. I'm looking forward to it.
A lot of gusto, a lot of panache, and just a little bit of chest hair. Sorry, kids. As we look at the tail of the tape here,
Why is he
Jeannine
apologizing?
The Machine, what is she
don't
good
know.
at? You know she loves her rom-coms as well as new releases. And with Mark Yodi Reilly, of course, he is a big fantasy sci-fi
YouTubing.
fan, and he knows his way around horror, too. I believe he has a YouTube show where he talks about that. So, Emma, I think that I'm prepared, ready to go. I got the stats in front of me. I got the questions. I have you alongside, so I'm feeling pretty good.
I'm feeling pretty good, too. I think I'm ready to do this.
And it's time for the movie trivia Schmoedown! And I get to do the introduction, so I get to yell.
Yeah, now you get to keep yelling.
50 rounds to a finish.
Introducing first,
Long one today.
with a record of 3 wins, 5 defeats, representing the usual suspects, led to the ring by her manager, Sam Levine, it's Jeannine The Machine! Cameron Rice, fellow faction member.
Many people out there watching the Outlaw documentary, they were surprised to find out that Jeannine's last name is not, in fact, actually The Machine.
She is not actually a machine. You just
Wait.
think she could be sometimes with all the
What?
correct She's walking right up to the camera.
That's
staring
preposterous.
down
I knew that.
Everybody watching and letting them know I am here and I am
You didn't
here
know
to
that?
stay. And I
No,
might in
I
fact
just
be a robot.
literally
Maybe.
just said I knew
We're not
that.
really
The
Her
name
last name's
implies
LC.
possibly,
You're
but
not listening
I think
to me.
That, I think that she is a woman and she is ready to do some damage today.
I'll meet you in the middle and say humanoid, possible cyborg, possible person.
Okay.
And her opponent, with a record of 10 wins, 7 defeats, representing the Finstock Exchange, led to the ring by his manager, Bobby Gucci. It's
Baba
Mark
Gooch.
Yodi Reilly.
That's my kind of horror movie. The Baba Gooch.
The Baba Gooch.
Okay, that's Tom. We know that's the
Tom.
barbarian.
Uh-huh.
That is Dan Burrow, and there's Mark Reilly.
Ooh, look at that.
A
New jacket.
Look at that jacket.
Is that the same Superman jacket
I
with a fresh coat of paint?
don't know.
Cody.
And there goes the
Cody's
now
in the
he's gone
faction,
from
too.
Clark Kent to Superman.
Oh, that's the glasses.
Yeah, the
I thought he
glasses.
was like our beloved
Nope, and then
Christian
on
Harloff.
go the sunglasses. I thought we'd outlawed those this season. I thought
I tried to make a rule.
no more
on
sunglasses
stage.
inside.
I had the power of the main room flowing through
Yep.
me. The award ceremony didn't
Didn't
take,
work.
So.
Yep, clearly.
It's a nice jacket.
Come through.
That's
Everybody's wearing
it's pretty slick,
sunglasses, a nice, classy handshake
super jacket
between
there.
That's
Sam
a
Levine
snazzy
and,
jacket.
Gucci.
Yeah.
There is Mark Reilly, and a nice handshake between the competitors as well.
Look at this jacket.
Okay.
Oh,
and,
yeah.
Dagnino said something into the
You
microphone.
did, but he doesn't really open his mouth when he speaks, so
I
it was
Bobby Gucci hit
difficult
my
to
car on the
understand.
way into the show today.
That
We're
shocks
apologizing about that.
me
We
not
did
at
file
all.
an insurance claim, just so you know.
He has insurance.
Yeah. I'm going to say that Sam is telling a lie because there's no way Bobby Gucci could have hit his car because Tom Dagnino, currently not owning a car,
Yeah.
And does not have a driver's
Arrived
license.
here on a unicycle, I believe.
He might have hit him one of those big early 1900 weightlifter.
This is
unicycles.
all just how
So
you,
now
how
we
you
have
create
Mark Yodi
canon.
Reilly seated.
This is
Is
character
that
canon
the new
creation right
Superman
here.
jacket?
I'm sorry? It's just, my jacket.
All right.
Okay.
Matthew Kearns has another jacket to buy when he cosplays as
Yeah.
Mark Reilly in New York City later this year.
Oh, Kearns.
Jeannine, are you feeling good and prepared, ready to go?
I am ready to go.
All right, the rules of round number 1. In round 1, the field of competitors is going to hear 8 questions from 8 different corners.
Yeah,
of
but
the
can we also
ring.
say that Jeannine looks pretty snazzy also?
Yeah,
She's
she's got that silver. Yeah.
She looks like a machine.
Looks like yeah.
In round number 1, as soon as myself or
She's got that
Emma
shiny
ask a
metallic
question, you have
look.
about 15
Oh, yeah.
seconds
We're
to
working
get
on
the
it, guys.
correct
We're
answer.
working on it.
As soon as we ask you by name to reveal the answer, please
Have we
show your
mentioned
heart on the whiteboard
on this
and
video
take
yet that we're hungry?
into the microphone.
I'm not that hungry right now.
I'm starving.
Oh.
I'm not actually starving. That's a hyperbole.
Of the match. If you aren't sure you
I am
heard the
hungry,
question
though.
right, you want us to repeat it, you just want to buy yourself
Just
more
normal
time,
for our videos.
Use the JTE rule. You also each have one challenge.
I don't know what to do with these rules while these rules are on anymore.
I know. We're like, we know the rules.
Mark Reilly.
Oh, they're back.
the
Okay.
rules as I have read them here
Right.
today.
Awkwardness
I
averted.
Understand.
And
Sort of.
Jeannine, do you understand the rules as I have just read them with no teleprompter whatsoever?
It computes.
Then let's get ready.
I mean,
to
that's what a
slow
machine would
down.
say.
Machines can't talk, you goof.
Here we go. Kicking off. In
Siri
round number
begs to
1.
differ.
Your first question. It's going to be in the world
Siri
of
can
action
barely say
adventure.
enough.
Action adventure films, and the question: Who plays a train hijacker called Ryder in 2009's The Taking of Pelham 1, 2, 3? Never been sure if you say 1, 2, 3 or 123.
123. I think it's 1, 2, 3.
12, 3.
It's also like a convenient sort of nomenclature numbering of
why
the train.
the big words?
I
so
don't know.
early?
It just, I like to show off that I've read the
3,
dictionary.
2. You hit me with nomenclature. 1, pens down. Mark Reilly, your answer.
John Leguizamo.
That is incorrect. Does Jeannine have it?
Ethan Hawke.
Looking for John Travolta.
I went Ethan Hawke.
Johnny Travolta.
Yeah.
No perfect round one.
Johnny Travolta.
To happen today, but that's okay. We're just
Summer lovin'.
Sandy.
Question number 2 in the category of rom-coms, romantic comedies. What 2018 romantic comedy stars Constance Wu, Henry Golding, and Awkwafina? Who's not a water bottle. That's Awkwafina's a person.
I like her show on Comedy Central.
Oh, Nora from Queens.
Very, very funny. Yeah.
She's talented. That Nora from Queens.
I gotta be honest. I always spelled the last word incorrectly.
3, 2, 1. Pens down. Jeannine.
Crazy Rich Asians.
It is Crazy Rich Asians. Does Mark Reilly have it?
No, I didn't have it.
He does not have it.
Crazy Rich
Mark
Asians.
Reilly still shaking that.
Yeah,
rust
Crazy
off
Rich
from
Asians.
Yeah.
Last season.
What did you write?
To your third question.
I got it.
number 1,
Don't worry about it. I just had
drama.
to switch a couple letters.
And your question. Who stars as the pacifist Desmond Doss in 2016's Hacksaw Ridge?
Hacksaw Ridge just made me think. Did you ever read the book
yeah.
Hatchet? When you were in, like,
Do you think I
elementary
read the
school?
book, Hatchet?
That was a good movie.
Probably
I read
not.
Maniac McGee.
Okay.
You made the
read
ooh
Red
sound like I
Flag.
was making a crime against humanity by switching the I and the A by accident.
You know what? It's a touchy subject
Hands
here.
down, and that's it. Mark Reilly.
Andrew Garfield.
That is correct, and Mark Reilly's on the board. Jeannine the Machine.
Help him get one more. Andrew Garfield.
Okay.
Andrew Garfield.
Andrew Garfield. Not to be
2 to 1.
confused with that
All right,
lasagna-loving
next
fat
category.
cat.
Question
Or
number 4
Spider-Man.
Category is animated.
Never.
Who composed the score for Up?
Oh, buddy.
Oh,
One of the saddest children's movies of
Oh,
all time.
God, if you're a parent at home and you have not yet shown that to your kids, show them the movie in its entirety minus the first
Minus
5
the
minutes.
first 5
I'm not sure, but when it comes to Pixar,
There's a safe go-to.
There's
That's what I'm doing.
yeah.
1. Pens down, Jeannine.
Man, my handwriting's terrible.
Michael Giacchino.
It is Michael J.
Ah.
Does Mark Reilly have it?
Michael Giacchino.
That safe go-to is not safe this time.
Randy Newman.
Randy Newman.
We were both doing it too.
We were on the left
Your
foot.
next
We should have been on the right
category is in
foot.
the world of
Left foot,
fantasy
right
sci-fi.
foot.
Fantasy science fiction. The question: Hugh Jackman and Sigourney Weaver were directed by Neil Blomkamp in what 2015 sci-fi movie?
Yep.
I think it's actually more like Blomkamp.
I did not like it.
Blomkamp,
Blomkamp?
South African.
Yeah.
I really like that guy as a director.
I do too.
I think.
I don't know if you saw this
where's
one.
The next one.
Yeah.
5, 4.
They weren't in.
3,
Yeah, he was.
That might be giving
2,
you a hint.
1.
Yes, it
Heads
was.
down. Going
Okay.
to Mark Reilly first.
Chappie.
It is Chappie. Does
Yeah.
Jeannine have it?
Don't have it.
And
Yeah.
we are tied.
Chappie.
Chappie.
Yes, I did see Chappie.
Yeah, I wasn't a big fan.
Question number 6.
Took me a second. It's like
in
Sigourney
the
Weaver was in
category
that.
Of comedies. There it is. I was waiting for it, and it happened. Which SNL actress co-starred with Mila Kunis in The Spy Who Dumped Me?
The Spy Who
I think that'd be like
Mila
a,
Kunis,
kind of
Spy
like a
Who
living
Dumped
hell
Me.
dating a spy, right?
It would be pretty terrible, Dave. I
yeah.
mean, because this is the thing: is you want open communicationship in a relationship. Like
their
that's
job is to lie.
Literally, their job is to lie. I also think it's a communicationship,
I-
which is not a word.
I'm not
I
confident.
think I'm
No
wrong
one
on
played
this.
yourself out of that one.
I'm not confident.
Repeat the question.
We can do that.
Okay, category of comedies. Which SNL actress co-starred with Mila Kunis in The Spy Who Dumped Me?
You know, on the positive side of the dating a spy ledger,
Yes.
They're on the road a lot, so you get a lot of time to yourself. Which
The
I mean,
only
that-
other one I'm
listen,
thinking of,
I get
I'm
that,
blanking on her
that
name,
is a
so I'm going to
positive.
stick with the one I already
Isolation.
wrote.
Yeah, but I mean, if
I
I've
enjoy
learned
my time
anything-
with you on the desk, and then I want to be by myself. 5,
If it's
4,
not this
3,
one,
2,
I think I know
1.
who it
Pens
is.
down, going to Jeannine first.
Kate McKinnon.
It is Kate
Correct.
McKinnon.
No,
Couldn't
nope.
pull it.
Mark Reilly.
It's like Kristen Wiig.
Kristen Wiig, yeah.
Maybe more of a defensive.
I was
struggle
blanking
than
on
we
Kate
thought it
McKinnon's
would be
name.
Here in round number 1.
I
as
knew
we
it.
Move to your penultimate question in round
That-
number 1.
that's
This is
kind of
question
upsetting,
7 in
actually.
the world of horror
That's frustrating.
/ thriller.
Ooh, horror.
And the question
'Cause
is,
that's the one I wanted
who
to
played
put.
Norman Bates in Psycho 2 and Psycho 3?
Psycho is one of those ones that, you know.
It's a weird question.
Were we asking?
Yeah, I don't have this, by the way.
Unlike the Jaws movies, which I
we
love.
need it every-
Do you know what I'm
every Jaws
putting down?
sequel
Whose
is
name I'm putting down?
Great.
The one in the remake.
Ew, no.
It's not correct.
Anthony Perkins.
It is
Correct.
Anthony Perkins. Does Jeannine have it?
Anthony Perkins.
Yes,
Yeah,
she does.
Anthony Perkins, the one who played
Physically
Norman
in there,
Bates
but
in
I
the
put
first
in the
one, too.
first
Oh, really? I don't do horror
Liars.
movies. Also, there's no way it was Vince Vaughn because he was how old?
Rascals.
When-
I don't know. Moving on to your final question.
No one wanted to
In
make a sequel to
round
that.
number
Yeah.
1, category is 80s movies. Which actor plays Willie Mays Hayes in Major League?
All right. If I told him once, I told him 1,000 times. Christian Harloff, stop writing questions.
If Christian Harloff was the person writing the question, it would mostly be questions about Major League.
Go back and watch season 1 of the show. 5, 4,
There's a whole category that's just Point Break.
2, 1. Pens down. Jeannine, did you have it?
Wesley Snipes.
Yes, she did.
Ow.
Mark Reilly.
Wesley Snipes.
All right.
All right, so
Falling
both
behind.
competitors
Was there a
kicking it
question
into
asked?
gear late
Yeah.
in round number
Oh.
1. Emma 6-5, a very respectable score.
I was thinking of what kind of food you were
Some
going to eat.
early stumbles, so now we move into round 2, and if they can spin a category that they're both comfortable with, I think you're going to start to see the points flying.
Yeah,
Well,
absolutely. I mean,
you
at
and me
this
are
point,
tied.
It's still truly
Eh?
anybody's game, but I
At
have to
a
say
score
that
that's
round 1
not as high.
performance
But, I
from
mean, I'm
Jeannine,
happy the fact
I
that
feel
we're
like I'm
we're
seeing some
scoring
newfound
less
confidence
than,
there
say,
that has
Riley
always
and
been on the
Jeannine.
cusp, but, like, she's not
That
messing around
seems
today.
about appropriate.
But up until those last couple questions, if I didn't blank on Kate McKinnon's name, I'd be right there with them.
Yeah.
Mark Riley, Jeannine the Machine.
If I had
it is
seen
the wheel
Major
round.
League,
Now, this wheel
guess
is
what movie I'm
sponsored
going to
today.
watch
So the wheel,
pretty soon?
Has a sponsored
Probably
slice
not
on it
Major
by our
League.
Probably not
Schmoedown
Major
Patreon.
League.
How
I've got a
about
couple
hand
other
for our
movies I'm
movie
interested in
Schmoedown
seeing,
Patreon
but
member
Major
Joe
League's
Black?
definitely going to be
Give
up
them a
there.
big
There's a lot of
hand.
movies to see. Major
And
League
thank
is
you
not
for
one
all
of
your
them for
help
me
with
yet.
that, Emma.
You're very welcome.
Today's sponsored slice is the 2010s. So if either competitor spins and keeps the 2010 wedge, we're going to say the name of that patron. Thank you for all your patronage.
It's a person.
As it stands, whatever slice that you eventually
Yeah.
land on, you're going to hear 4 questions from that corner of movie trivia.
You
Schmoedown.
good?
Know how each
I'm just making sure that the answers are, like, actually lodged in there,
Got
not
it.
rattling around.
Got it.
One of which is the correct
Makes
answer.
sense.
At that point, the value of the question goes down to 1. Keep in mind, stealing is available.
Either
In
that or I
round
just
number
need an
2.
excuse to why I scratched the
Jeannine,
inside of
you
my
are
ear in the
sitting
middle of a
lower
video.
ranked chair. However, you do find yourself enjoying a 1-point lead over Mark Yodi Riley.
Your
Would you like
excuse
to
now
spin
is just you
first
need to scratch
or
your ear.
defer to your jacketed opponent?
Sure, let's go with that.
This is great TV,
Jeannine's
folks.
going to go ahead and give that a spin. Early in the season, that seems to be what competitors like doing, is spinning and trying to get that big lead.
Yep.
The scoreboard intimidation factor, is it real?
I do
think
like the
scoreboard
wheel this
intimidation
season so
factor is
far.
very real. I know for
This is a
myself,
nice
the
looking
times that
wheel.
I have
Nice and
played, I
smooth.
did like
You
to
can
go
spin
first
from the
because I liked
pegs.
to know where I stood instead of trying to make it
It doesn't look like it's trying to take
I
over
just
the
liked
world.
being on the
No,
desk.
we're falling apart.
I mean this desk.
That's
This is
not
Kate
how I
Winslet.
answered, yeah. I like this
Stigma
better.
Kate Winslet.
Kate Winslet
Ooh.
is the wedge, and she's going to talk it over with the usual
That might
suspect
be
there, Sam.
might be a good choice for her.
With Kate Winslet movies.
Now, I mean,
She's got
I'm
a
down for a Kate
broad
Winslet
range
slice as
of
long as
film.
all the
And it
questions
has
are
to be
about
a spin
Titanic.
again, so-
Yeah.
Right.
All right.
So yeah, I mean the other thing is
You
that it's
know,
a very
but I
broad
will say,
category.
I'll go on record and say
Yes.
if it comes around and it is Kate Winslet again, I don't think Jeannine's going to bat an eye. I think she'll be just fine
Yeah,
in
I
the
think she'll
category.
be fine with Kate Winslet. I mean, certainly she's got a lot of.
Leonardo
Ooh.
DiCaprio.
I'll take Leo
Leo
though.
DiCaprio.
I was hoping it would go to horror.
Of course
You
you
heard
were.
the dog talk. That means
Not on
there's
Jeannine
2
though.
minutes left.
Let it go to horror on Riley.
Yeah.
get through
Oh
this quick.
no, he'll run that
Alright,
one.
So Jeannine, you have spun Leonardo
Let me have a good game.
DiCaprio. He is an actor of some note.
I'll take Leo.
And I'm going to be asking you your questions, Mark, Riley, Emma. will
Also,
be asking
all
you
questions
your
about
questions.
Titanic.
Yes.
Your first and fourth
Who was
will be
Leonardo DiCaprio's co-star in Titanic?
Who directed Leo DiCaprio in the film
The Beach.
Danny Boyle.
That is correct.
Yep, that's right.
Ah, that's a weird one for him.
That is
The Beach?
correct.
Yeah.
Oh, Danny Boyle.
And
Yeah.
we move
Yeah.
on to your next question. Who stars as Helen Gandy in Clint Eastwood's J. Edgar?
Billy Crudup.
As Helen Gandy?
Multiple choice.
Is it A. Nicole Kidman, B. Naomi
No, Helen.
Watts,
Oh, never mind.
C. Sienna Miller,
Wow.
or D. Rachel
Yeah.
Weisz?
Good night, everybody. That was a female name.
I mean,
That is incorrect for 1 point.
It is
Steve O'Reilly,
2020,
give
I
me
mean,
your options.
stop.
Is it A. Nicole Kidman, B. Naomi Watts, C. Sienna Miller, or D. Rachel Weisz?
Sienna Miller.
Rachel Weisz.
Looking for Naomi Watts. Naomi
none of
Watts.
them. None of anything anyone said.
I say that, but I don't know
it
what
remains
Jeannine
8 to
said.
5.
So I
Two
could have
more
just said the same
questions.
thing that Jeannine
Reminder,
just said.
each competitor, you still have your phone
you were talking!
if you're not sure of the answer.
We're reacting.
Jeannine, your penultimate question in the world of Leo DiCaprio. Leonardo DiCaprio plays a character by the name of Hugh Glass in what 2015 film?
The Revenant.
Revenant,
2 points for Jeannine.
2015. Revenant.
And she's into double figures and still has a question remaining.
He should have gotten an Oscar for that.
And your final one.
He did.
The World of Leo.
Oh, good job.
The 2002 drama Catch Me If You Can earned 2 Oscar nominations.
Tom Hanks.
Which actor was nominated in the supporting
Tom
actor
Hanks.
category?
Or Christopher Walken.
Tom Hanks.
Tom Hanks.
That is incorrect.
Christopher Walken.
For a 2-point steal, I may not.
Christopher Walken. That's what's like, wait a minute. I don't think Tom Hanks was actually nominated for that.
5, 4.
Should have been.
That's a crying shame.
Christopher Walken.
That's a big 2-point
steal.
steal
Yeah.
for Mark Riley.
I love that
I'm kind
movie.
of shaking my head myself. Walken's always great, but
Sure,
he's in the movie for like a dinner scene.
Truly.
Wow.
I guess,
Yeah, that is an interesting choice that he was
Christopher
nominated.
Walken got it over Tom Hanks.
Yeah.
To
I got a joke for you.
Tom Hanks not joke alone in that movie gets the award.
Knock knock.
Who's there?
Can't say the answer on this video.
Yeah.
Still in the lead by 3 points, but you have a chance to change that at the wheel. Step up to the plate, young man.
Question is, can he extend his
I
arm
love it
in
because that was
new
like the one
stiff
use of the
leather
F-bomb
jacket
in that
to spin the wheel?
PG-13 movie, and it was completely like out of nowhere.
And it was hilarious.
It was like they just wanted to say it, but it worked.
It was hilarious.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Which I've been in once in my life, and I swore, Emma, I'm never going back. I'm keeping the sweatpants. I'll take a nice denim break-in over leather pants any day. Round and round.
There's one
it
thing to say
goes.
about that jacket. It looks quite warm.
Yeah.
Especially under
that
studio
looks,
lights.
That looks very hot.
The studio lights are warm, aren't they?
Raise.
Yeah.
Ooh, he spun horror movies, Emma.
Yes.
Probably gonna keep it.
He's
Why
talking with his
why are we
manager.
talking?
His
That should have been an automatic. Yeah.
manager
He is gonna
not
keep
Yeah.
wearing socks or
All right.
pants.
Just because I think it's just because you
Horror
can.
movie.
Just you have the manager there. Use them. Just
Mark Riley, you have spun
feel
and
confident.
selected to stay with
It's
the category
helpful
of
for him to feel
horror
confident.
films. So 4 questions
Bobby
in the
Gooch saying, "You
category
got this.
of
Go for it."
horror. First
Okay.
question.
it makes sense.
Who directed the 2014 mockumentary
Taika
horror
Waititi.
comedy
Yes.
What We Do in the Shadows?
Taika Waititi.
That is correct for 2
He's gonna
points.
run this.
All right, and Riley pulls within 1. He can take the lead on
Sure
this next
does.
question.
All right, question number 2. What film follows 4 teenage witches named Sarah, Nancy,
The Craft.
Bonnie, and Rochelle?
The Craft.
That is correct for 2 points.
He knows his horror.
It's gonna be an
films. He's
uphill climb
taking
for
the lead
Machine
over
after this
Jeannine.
one.
Absolutely
Yeah.
does. Question number 3.
Jeez.
Ash Williams was a student at what university in the Evil Dead franchise?
Wow.
Columbia.
Multiple choice. Man, that is a deep question.
2.
Multiple choice.
Is it A, Arizona State University, B, Ohio State, C,
Kentucky.
Michigan State University, or D,
I'm
Kentucky?
probably gonna say Kentucky.
Michigan State.
That is correct for 1 point.
So
Wow.
Big get right there.
It was. Also,
Wow.
Kentucky, just the
And
state
you
of
thought you knew
Kentucky.
horror
State of
movies.
Kentucky.
Well, I
Going up
mean,
against Michigan
that's like
State
a
University,
very
of course,
small
where
thing.
Christian Harloff attended.
They probably just passively say.
Final question
Yeah.
in the category
Whew.
for what is the name of the demons
The Cenobites.
in Hellraiser?
The Cenobites.
That
The
is correct for 2
Cinnabons.
points.
Wow.
Cenobites.
I'm
That
hungry.
sounds like the name of a fledgling movie podcast, but it is actually the correct
Yeah.
answer
It
for the
does.
demons.
It also
The
is
Cinefanatics.
Hellraiser.
a little bit like a delicious treat you might eat in the morning.
I don't know.
Some Cenobites?
There it is.
Yeah, they're one step
Cinnabons.
above
There
bagel
it is.
bites.
Cenobites for breakfast.
I don't know if I want to compare us to
Riley
the Cenobites.
enjoyed
No,
a
I'm good with that.
Cenobite on the way to a 4-point lead over Jeannine the Machine heading into round at number 3. So after round number 1, Jeannine was in control.
That's-
round number 2.
that's
Riley
I
has
mean,
4-point
when it
lead.
comes to,
Who's
like, people
gonna
who know their
take
stuff,
the
that's-
match? Round 3 is
that's
gonna
a hard
determine
lead to
that.
come up
The rules of
against.
round 3 are as
Man,
such.
that-
Computer's gonna give us 3
That
numbers.
Evil
The
Dead
numbers
question,
range from
that
1
was
to 20.
deep.
Each number
Ooh.
corresponds to a different corner of movie, trivia, Schmoedown, know-how. The first question we ask you is worth 2 points. Your
I'll
next
have to
one,
go
3
rewatch
points.
Evil
The last
Dead
one, 5
again.
Points. Mark Reilly, you are
5
in the
millionth
lead,
time.
Pass.
and so
Yeah.
you can give us your 3 numbers first. What feels lucky on this lovely day?
7, 19, and 12.
7, 19, and 12. 2 odds, 1 even. Jeannine, what do you like?
3, 6, and 9.
3, 6, and 9. Jeannine, I'll be asking you your questions. Emma's going to be asking Mark his questions.
It's just like a machine. I'm surprised it's not like ones and zeros.
There's no stealing or multiple.
You can't pick
Okay, you can't pick 0, I know, but
1, 10, and 11.
Jeannine, you selected number 3 for your 2-point question, and that corresponds to new releases. And your question. 2 points. What 2019 horror thriller
Brightburn.
stars Elizabeth Banks and was produced by James Gunn?
Brightburn.
2 points for Jeannine.
It's a good movie.
2-point question.
I mean, it's
She
possible
got
she
it.
still wins this, though.
And we're going to
It's
stay
not,
with Jeannine
it's
for
not
her
done yet.
3-point question.
Mhm.
Jeannine, if you get this right, you're going to enjoy a 1-point lead over Mark Reilly and avoid the technical knockout. You selected number 6, and that corresponds to fantasy science fiction. And your question. What 80s sci-fi epic was directed by David Lynch and stars Kyle MacLachlan,
Dune.
Max von Sydow, Patrick Stewart, and Sting?
Dune.
Trying to, like, will it into her head.
And it's being remade by
5,
Denis Villeneuve.
4, 3.
Repeat the question.
I can certainly do that. In the world of fantasy sci-fi, what 80s sci-fi epic was directed by David Lynch and stars Kyle MacLachlan, Max von Sydow, Patrick Stewart, and Sting?
I need an answer in 5, 4, 3, 2, 1.
Looking for Dune.
Dune.
Dune. It's a very sandy movie.
Parts
so
of it.
Now
Yeah.
I've never seen it. So now
It is rough and course and gets everywhere.
9 is the
I
number
hate
that
it.
Jeannine selected for your 5-point question. If Jeannine hits this, she's up 17-14 and forces the hand of Mark Rowe to answer 2 questions correct,
At least 2.
or maybe 1 depending.
Meh. That's true.
On Jeannine, you selected
Meh.
comic book movies for your 5-point question.
Okay.
Yeah, you saw that. She's like, all right.
Question is, who voices Miles' father, Jefferson, in Spider-Man Into the Spider-Verse?
He was in Joker, behind the cage.
Yeah.
He's in the Eternals.
Yep.
Coming out. Tyree Henry.
Yes.
Brian
Tyree Henry.
Tyree Henry.
1.
Repeat.
Who voices Miles' father, Jefferson, in Spider-Man Into the Spider-Verse? She has 1. JT ruled.
1 left.
5, 4, 3.
Repeat.
Last repeat. Here we go. Who voices Miles' father, Jefferson, in Spider-Man Into the Spider-Verse? Need an answer in 5, 4.
There it goes.
3, 2.
Guy from Atlanta.
Yeah.
And your winner!
She knew it.
Yep.
Mark Yodi Reilly! Brian Tyree Henry. Brian Tyree
You know?
That is a technical knockout for Mark
Oh,
Reilly.
man. That's...
For the TKO.
It's true. Well, you know, sometimes things just really work out in your favor. And Mark Reilly.
So where do we
category
feel this leaves Jeannine with
strong in,
Usual
and then
Suspects now?
Jeannine picks
I think
the
she's still
categories that she
pretty
maybe
strong.
struggles with going
She's
into
strong,
round
she's
3. So
safe.
it's, you know, it's all
There's a
part of the
precedent
game.
out
It's a
there,
tough
though,
pull on
after
Mark Reilly's
Shannon got
spinning
rid
the
of
polar moves. I think
Bonnie.
that's really when it turned because, look,
I don't
at
think
the
Sam's
end of
going to do
round
that with
one,
Jeannine.
I don't think
middle round
Sam
one,
is
like,
either.
What's happening with this Reilly
I
guy?
think-
This dinosaur needs to be put out to the pasture. And then he starts to
I
get
think
his
they're
last
gonna-
couple correct. He's feeling
there's
it,
gonna be
and
some
then he
coaching,
spins
though. He's
horror movies, and that's what we
gonna
talked
work on
about.
some
Going in
aspects
round
of her
how
game
important a good wheel
on what to
spin is.
improve.
I think
I mean,
that
some of it may come down to it was just against Reilly.
He did spin horror movie. Horror
Yes.
movies. So I mean, no horror movies. He gets a category he's not good in. Jeannine's
Could have easily had this.
Jeannine still has a shot at this game.
Yeah.
That's what they wanted.
The problem is that she didn't get.
pastures full of dinosaurs.
She didn't
for-
get
for
that
people to
round
enjoy
5 or
looking at.
3
They once
question.
roamed the earth,
Yeah.
and now they help gas up my Ford
Yeah,
Fusion.
but
so.
it sounds like, you know, perhaps the dinosaurs.
And I'm
they're
betting she's
coming,
probably probably
coming
going to
back
be
with a
beating herself
vengeance
up a
here in
little
the
bit on
movie
that,
tribute
especially
show.
that five pointer.
Yeah, 'cause she knew who it was.
Yeah.
Where the Finstock Exchange probably has a lot of offshore accounts. Tom Dagnino is the manager, or Bobby Gucci, or Finstock, or however you want to call it.
Whatever his name is these days.
It's a big faction because you have obviously the remnants of the Horsemen. You have him leading the whole thing.
Yeah.
But this was a big win for Mark Reilly.
It definitely
because he's standing
was.
amongst champions. Him himself a former champion.
Yeah.
But this was a big necessary win for him early in the new era.
Yeah.
And now we're going to turn it over to what I'm sure is a very jovial Finstock Exchange. Jen Sturger, are they popping champagne over there yet?
No, but we're popping collars, unfortunately. We're every time I see you, I feel like you have less and less clothes on. You've got to be feeling pretty good though about the Finstock Exchange right now.
4-time manager a year sounds pretty good right now. Look, this is the new Mark Reilly. He's got new jackets, new glasses.
4?
He's got same hair.
I like the difference in timing
you know,
between when
we
it's shot
came
and
in
when it
here-
actually airs.
he knows his whole career's on the line.
Yeah.
He knows it. He's a veteran.
That's interesting.
He's a champion.
Yeah.
He had to dig himself out of a hole from the Stacey Howard loss, and that's exactly what he did here. I mean, like I said, and I'll say it again, people are good.
Dang, I love being a turtle.
Riley, yeah, exactly.
You don't
What
talk
more can you say?
while Dagnino is
The
talking.
gooch is talking.
It was
Yeah.
really
What's
good
wrong
seeing
with
you
you?
back in action
Sorry.
today, and I know that you kind of fell into a groove once you
Should have
spun
learned this
more,
by
right?
now.
Yeah, that was my
Should've
saving
learned
grace
after that
there.
time I was talking about
Definitely
Fight Club.
had some rust on there, and that upset me that first round. There were some questions, there's some points I left on that table there, and that just gets to me right now. But this rust has been knocked off. I got a strength and horror, and then I just had to let it be one question at a time. And look at that, it pulled out. Jeannine The Machine is one of the greats here, and I know she might be kicking herself right now, but she keeps her head up.
Dan's petting.
She's going to be dangerous in this league.
Dan's petting it too.
I am surrounded by my boys right here. They all have gold. They all have wins.
God bless
And
you, bro.
a lot of y'all counted maybe me out. Maybe I'm too old. Maybe I'm over the hill. All these things. Well, guess what? Don't count me out. Rust is gone. I can't wait to continue to win.
Absolutely. You mentioned that he bounced back from that Stacey Howard loss. Was it great watching Reilly get back out there and just whoop some ass today?
Listen, the Finstock Exchange comes with it now. Every match. We understand the game more than anyone else in this league. We ride out a tough first round. We know we can all turn around the second round. Reilly would have normally gotten into his head, maybe fallen apart, got a little nervous, whatever, kept it together, had that big 2-point steal, and then spun horror. You never know how the game can take care of you in that second round. You got to have faith, and he has that faith now, and I love seeing it.
Absolutely. And Dan, I'm sure you guys must be feeling a little bit nervous, though, with all this gold. It's kind of like leaving some expensive stuff in your car at this point, right? Especially with this guy around.
Well, yeah, of course. I mean, and the fact of the matter is that, I think we're pretty likable guys, but if you got the gold, people are coming after you. That's just how it goes. And I've got a tough challenge on my hands coming up. John and I have got a tough challenge, whoever we end up playing on our hands coming up. I think that's, people make fun of our veteran status. Perhaps we're a little longer in the tooth than some of these factions, but I think our advantage is we've been in these high-pressure situations. We've been in situations. Mark was playing from behind after round one.
Man,
I was playing
Barbarian
from
is
behind after round one in my last
committed.
match.
Yeah.
Helps to have a few
He's got
losses
that
and
petting
wins
and that head
in
nod down.
situations to know how to deal with them. So
Oh, yeah.
I think we can work that to our advantage.
Being longer in a tooth just means you can bite deeper into somebody. That's
Ooh.
what that means. It doesn't mean we're out.
Ooh. Turning
From the
phrases.
Church of
Watch
Israel,
out.
Roca. So, congratulations. It's so great to see.
That's
the
a
Finstock
promo phrase
Exchange
right there.
absolutely flying right now. Like I said, you got your veterans, long in the tooth and whatnot. New talent that's on the rise here. This may be another year for Bobby Gucci, as much as it pains me to say that.
Well, when our back's against the wall, we come out.
It's a little
swinging.
early.
Like any team. I mean, look, the four
This is
best
about
players
a
in
week and a half,
Roca,
2 weeks
Reilly,
too early.
Merle, all have held championship belts before.
Let's see how Atlanta shakes
Look,
out.
Like I said earlier in the pre-interview, you look at on a clear day, you see the ocean. You could look for 8 miles. All right, on a clear day, I see the Schmoedown, and guess what I see? Just ourselves looking back at each other at the finish line.
And on a clear day, I just see way too much chest hair. Anyways, back to you guys.
So that's probably my fault, Jen. Emma, I'm not sure if...
I was on board with Dan Murrell saying, the experience really counts for something.
That was nice.
Roca brings in some weird science about long teeth and
the bite.
Then whatever.
And then the metaphor with
Bobby
the ocean.
Gucci was doing.
Leave a trail of breadcrumbs next time.
Yeah.
Very confusing stuff, but hey, they did get the win and
They did.
4 points for their faction. So as much as it may pain Jen to have to keep interviewing them as the winner, the Finstock Exchange is thriving right now.
It just keeps going.
And when you look at the usual suspects, I think, look, it's still a very young season. It's a tough loss for Jeannine early, but we are going to toss over to them. Jen, you're currently standing by with Jeannine The Machine. How's she taking the defeat?
There's not a whole lot of smiles back here. Jeannine, I know that you're probably beating yourself up a lot more than we can even imagine right now, just because you are one of the most competitive players in this league right now, and a force to be reckoned with. I saw you beating yourself up backstage, kind of like you knew some of those answers, and they just couldn't come to you out there tonight.
Yeah, I mean, it's been the whole thing that I'm going to have a big year this year, so there was a lot of pressure on me to do well today. And there were some that, I thought maybe I should go to multiple choice, but I'm just going to go for it and go for the 2 points, like the Tom Hanks thing. I just didn't have it today.
Yeah. Spinning away from Kate Winslet, landing on Leonardo DiCaprio, it just seems like you were going to be sunk by the Titanic no matter what.
Yeah, I prepared for some things that I knew I could kill, and it just didn't go my way today with the wheel. But
This is the only microphone in here, right?
As I always do.
What's it been like having
No,
this
there's
guy
one
in
that
your
Jen
corner?
came in and planted
He's great.
in the corner.
Been in constant contact.
Like when neither one of us were
contact
looking,
since the
but
draft,
I
so
heard
I've
her
had
and
that
I
support,
poked my head out.
helped me
Jannine's
study
talking.
and really hone in on my weaknesses, and I'm only gonna get stronger. So.
Sam, was there stuff out there that you saw today that you guys think that you can move forward and learn from? I mean, how are you feeling after watching Jannine's match?
Everything I saw today only makes me
Sam's
more
talking.
proud than I was before. I mean, what she did in round one, to finish round one with a lead against a giant like Mark Reilly, I am confident that if she were to play an Iron Man match against him, she's going to walk away the winner, because that's the true test of knowledge. What happened today was she was a victim of bad luck. She didn't have a great spin on the wheel. He had a perfect spin on the wheel, landed on his strength. She got unlucky with her numbers, and we both know her favorite David Lynch movie is Eraserhead. So if they'd asked questions about that, she'd have been fine. But it was just bad luck, but I know that she has the knowledge, I know that she's got the skill, and I know how much she puts into this game, and here's the thing, she's not just a great player, she's also a beloved player. I know the fans love Jeannine the Machine like I love Jeannine the Machine, and I know that this loss is maybe making them think, oh, we're not going to see her soon, but they are going to see her again soon. The fans have to tell this league they want to see Jeannine in more matches, and I'm telling the fans, tell the league, you want to see this woman in more matches like I want to see her in more matches.
We want to
she
see her in
deserves
more matches.
She got unlucky today, but she has the skill.
The
and
easiest way
talent
to
That
communicate.
Iron Man
We're recording
compliment, honestly, coming from you is
Camera,
really, really high
microphone.
praise. Does that mean that you
Jen,
really
we wanna see her in more
expected to see a
matches.
Great performance from
When did you come into our apartment?
Stop doing that.
Let us know so we can clean
Bob.
first.
I'm expecting to see a great performance when the free-for-all rolls around.
Jeannine, the minute you believe in yourself as much as these guys believe in you, you're going to be unstoppable.
Thank you. I got texts and messages from my whole faction today wishing me well, so I'm in the right place.
Absolutely are. Back to you guys.
That's a nice interview to see.
It really is.
You take a shot, but you still, in some ways, a loss can strengthen the resolve of a faction and bring them closer together.
Absolutely, and I think there's something I want to address that Jeannine was saying about the idea of having this tremendous amount of pressure put on you to win, and I know what that feels like, because when you are really beloved, a lot of the time it feels like everybody out there, because they are rooting for you, they are rooting for you to win. And yes, on some level they are rooting for you to win, but ultimately what it comes down to is that they adore Jeannine. Like Sam said, people want to see Jeannine play, because not only is she a great competitor, she's a great personality, she's great on camera, she's somebody that we want around at the Schmoedown. And yes, Jeannine, people out there are rooting for you.
She's a great person.
But
She's
you're
going to be one of
not
those ones that we talk
letting
about
anybody down
is one of the
when
greatest
you
players to not
lose.
hold the belt.
And when you start to think
Until she holds the
I love
belt.
Jen's question about the free for all, because you do start thinking
Then
about
everyone
if
will be
somebody
chanting,
maybe
"You
could
deserve it."
Do something
Yes.
akin to what
That's-
we saw
that's a
Willie
fact.
Viviani do
That will
last
happen.
year, or what the kid did last year. Don't count out Jeannine the Machine playing that role this year at the free for all.
Absolutely. And as Jen said, as soon as she believes in herself the way that her manager Sam believes in her, the way that her faction mate who we saw there on camera with her, Cameron Rice, believes in her, the way that everyone out there watching the Schmoedown believes in Jeannine, she really could do it.
That's right, and maybe she gets more wins this season. Mark Reilly, if he wants more wins, apparently he's going to have to buy a new Superman jacket for $500 every time he wants a W. He does take the victory here today, and I feel like a winner myself getting to call the match with a tremendous talent like Miss Emma Fife. Emma, what's the latest? Where can all the kids follow you in all your endeavors?
I mean, I am all over the internet wherever Emma Fifes are sold at my name, Emma Fife. So find me there. I got a website, emmafife.com. If it's branded Emma Fife and it's a blonde girl with glasses, it's probably me.
And she's not a bad neighbor to have either. I am Mark Baby Carrots Ellis. For all live events, including the free-for-all in March, check out the Schmoedownlive.com. Grab your tickets before they sell out. Thank you all for tuning in.
Because they're probably sold out in Atlanta by now.
Harloff, I'm Mark Ellis. Thanks for supporting our Patreon.
They had like 8
and we'll see you next time
today.
on the movie trivia.
So by the time this video comes out,
yeah, probably.
There's no way that there's any Atlanta tickets left.
Yeah.
So if you didn't get your tickets to Atlanta, whoops,
whoopsies.
Nice.
That's another channel.
Yeah.
So Reilly won, and here's what we're saying at the top. Like, I'm not disappointed that for Reilly winning either.
No.
Because I mean, it's Reilly. He is a veteran, so.
But I mean, to be fair, we were pulling for Jeannine.
Yeah.
Oh.
And the fact that it came, here's the thing, it came that close, and Reilly had his strength.
Yeah.
Spun on the wheel. That's nothing to hang your head about. That's still fantastic, and I don't feel any different about Jeannine's career this season.
Yeah.
I feel exactly the same. She's going to have a big year.
She's just now in the position where has to scrap her way to getting another match, essentially.
And here's the thing. If you look back at Reilly, lost to Stacey Howard. They lost in the team tournament match. Now he came back, his first match since those 2 losses, and he won. So if you want to use that kind of reasoning, she lost in this match. Her next match, she wins.
Yeah, I mean, so this is the Schmoedown. This is the way it works. Sometimes the wheel spin, the numbers, like Sam was saying, they don't go your way. But that doesn't mean the next match you go into, they're not going to not work your way, or they're going to work your way that time. You know what I'm saying? Her next match, she could have all of the right things go the right way. She's going to have all the right answers, and she'll win. It's just a matter of, we've got a stacked roster this year. And when you get hit with a loss in your first match, it is hard to get a second match. But Jeannine is one of those beloved personalities, like we said at the top, like they were saying in there when she was talking about the pressure getting to her. Everybody knows, hey, this is Jeannine's year. Jeannine and Rachel Silvestrini, those are the 2 that we've been saying, like, hey, watch out for these 2 this year. They're going to be the ones to watch. There's no way she doesn't get another match soon.
Yeah, because just everyone wants to see it. Yeah. When you're a competitor that the fans absolutely do love, the Christian will put you in.
Yep,
you will get matches. Absolutely, you're the draw on this.
Fan support does at least somewhat dictate.
So, speaking of fan support for this, if you like this match from the movie Trivia Schmoedown, make sure you go over to the Schmoedown Entertainment Network. Go to their YouTube channel.
It's over there.
Sure, we're holding it hostage.
Figuratively speaking.
Oh, figuratively, yeah.
Jen, come pick up your Schmoedown YouTube channel.
Yeah, figuratively.
Go
over to this video. Make sure you like, comment, subscribe. Liking and commenting on this particular video is what's going to help bring back Jeannine.
Comment, bring Jeannine back. Comment all the love for Jeannine.
So for the Schmoedown Entertainment Network, subscribe to them, help their channel out. Go hop on their Patreon page, join the tier that is right for you.
Hop onto it.
Not literally, figuratively.
Yeah, because if you literally jump onto your computer,
you'll probably break your computer.
I can't speak for every single one of you out there, but I guarantee if you're a human being, you weigh more than a computer.
Or at least a computer made nowadays. They're very light and thin.
Yeah, for sure.
Not like 1960s computers.
So yeah, go to the Schmoedown, do the things over there.
Make sure you go to the Schmoedown Live, get those tickets if Atlanta's still available.
It's probably not.
Probably not, but go pick up tickets to the free-for-all. We're more likely going to be there in LA, I think is where it's being held this year.
Free-for-all, yes. They're not going to do it anywhere else. That's a lot of competitors to fly anywhere.
Yeah, it sure is. So go help them out. Go pick up tickets to the free-for-all. Make sure you hop on the Schmoedown Live, get the live stream when it goes up if you can't be there in person. As for us, the Cinefanatics, make sure you follow us on social media. We are at Cinefanatics MLP on Twitter and Instagram. What did you think of this reaction? Let us know down in the comments, and also let us know by liking this video. It's that thumbs up thing down there that's right next to the other thumb that's going the other direction.
Yeah, shut up. Make sure you share the video also, because that's how we get known by people and how more people get to enjoy our reactions to these matches, as well as the other wonderful content that we put out on this channel. Please, if you love us, please share us.
If you don't love us,
sharing is caring.
Share anyways.
Sharing is caring. It can be fun.
Anyways, you can subscribe to us by hitting the subscribe button down below, or you can hit the subscribe button that's right up there above his head. Hit that, you'll be subscribed to us. Over here off to the side, a couple other videos that we have made, and as always...
You know, sometimes technology does fail, but you just got to reboot it and it'll come back.
Oh, good point. Later.
See ya.
And Control-Alt-Delete.